you ever feel that pull, that almost magnetic, undeniable force drawing you towards someone, making them seem like the answer to a question you didn't even know you were asking? It can feel like magic, like destiny. And then, perhaps, you've also known the quiet ache when that shimmering image fades, revealing someone different. Someone real, yes, but not quite the dream you fell for. It's a common human experience, this dance between idealization and reality in love, and it's something the wise Carl Jung sheds such gentle light on. He suggested that sometimes when we feel this intense, almost otherworldly connection, we might be falling in love not just with the person in front of us, but with a reflection of a hidden part of our own soul. He called these inner figures the Anima, an inner feminine image in a man, and the Animus, an inner masculine image in a woman. Think of it like this. Deep within us, we carry a kind of unconscious blueprint of qualities we associate with the other, often shaped by our early experiences, our deepest yearnings, and the stories our culture tells us. For a man, his anima might embody qualities like intuition, emotional depth, nurturing, or a profound connection to nature and art. It's that gentle, often unspoken feminine essence within him. When he meets someone who seems to perfectly embody these qualities, it's as if his own anima has come to life before his very eyes. He might feel an overwhelming sense of completeness. And for a woman, her animus might represent qualities like logic, assertiveness, courage, a clear sense of purpose, or intellectual brilliance. It's that strong, often unseen masculine core within her. So when she encounters someone who radiates these particular traits, it can feel as though she's met her heroic counterpart. This is the ghost we sometimes fall in love with, this beautiful, perfect projection. It's not that the other person doesn't possess some of these wonderful qualities. They often do. But our projection can act like a spotlight, magnifying those specific traits, filtering out the imperfections, and creating an ideal that no real living human being can consistently live up to. We're seeing them through a very powerful, very personal, and deeply unconscious lens. And this is where the heartache can begin. Because eventually, the real person, with their own unique complexities, their own shadows, their own unfolding journey, will naturally emerge from behind our projection. The ghost we danced with begins to fade. The person who seemed to understand everything might have moments of profound misunderstanding. The one who seemed endlessly strong might show vulnerability in ways we didn't expect, or need support in ways that challenge our initial image. This isn't necessarily a betrayal, though it can certainly feel that way at times. It's often simply the truth of human nature in all its multifaceted glory. Jung once said, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." This transformation includes the often challenging, yet vital process of seeing beyond our initial ideals. The disappointment can be so keen, can't it? We might think they changed or they weren't who I thought they were. And in a way, that's true. They weren't the flawless projection we had unconsciously and quite innocently painted onto them. But this moment, this often painful realization, is also an incredible opportunity. It's an invitation from our own soul to do some deeper inner work, to turn our gaze inward with kindness. The invitation is to begin to recognize and own these anima or animus qualities within ourselves. If a man is constantly searching for a woman to bring emotional depth into his life, the journey might be to tenderly cultivate his own capacity for feeling, his own intuition. If a woman is always drawn to men who seem to embody strength and direction, her path might involve discovering and trusting her own inner authority and decisiveness, her own voice. This isn't about not needing connection or not appreciating these wonderful qualities in a partner. It's about understanding that the ultimate source of these energies, these beautiful aspects of the masculine and feminine, also resides within us. When we start to integrate them, to nurture them in our own being, something truly magical begins to happen. Firstly, we become more whole in ourselves. We're less likely to feel that sometimes desperate need for someone else to complete us, because we're actively, lovingly working on becoming more complete within. There's a quiet strength in that. And secondly, and this is so crucial for our relationships, we free the other person to be who they truly are. When the ghost recedes, a real, three-dimensional human being comes into focus. We can start to see them, appreciate them, and love them for their authentic self. Imperfections, strengths, vulnerabilities, and all. Not just for how well they fit our inner image. And isn't that what genuine connection is all about? To see and be seen in all our beautiful, messy reality. Jung also offered this profound insight. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. If we don't become aware of these projections, we might find ourselves repeating the same patterns in relationships, falling for the same type who ultimately disappoints, or wondering why true heartfelt intimacy feels so elusive. By gently exploring these inner dynamics, we take back our power. We move from being unconsciously driven to consciously choosing our responses and our connections. This journey of understanding our Anima or Animus isn't always easy. It asks for honesty, for courageous self-reflection, sometimes for sitting with uncomfortable feelings, but it's a path towards a much richer, more authentic way of loving, both ourselves and others. It's the difference between loving a beautiful idea and truly loving a person. It's about moving from chasing an idealized echo to building a real connection, grounded in truth, acceptance, and mutual understanding. It's a soulful path, and like all such paths, it unfolds one step, one realization, one breath at a time. This isn't about blame either, not for ourselves for projecting, nor for the other person for not matching our ideal. Projecting is a natural human tendency. It's part of how we navigate the world and seek connection. The wisdom lies in recognizing it, learning from it, and using it as a gentle compass, pointing us back to our own inner richness and potential for growth. So the next time you feel that incredibly powerful pull, or perhaps that familiar pang of disappointment when an ideal shatters, maybe take a gentle pause. Ask yourself with kindness, what is it about this person or this situation that resonates so deeply within me? What qualities do I admire or long for that perhaps I also need to nurture and embrace within myself? This isn't about analyzing the magic out of love, but about bringing a deeper layer of consciousness to it, so that the connections we make can be more enduring, more honest, and ultimately more fulfilling for everyone involved. What about you? Have you ever felt like you were seeing an ideal in someone only to realize the reality was different? How did you navigate that experience? Or what did it teach you about yourself for connection? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. It's so good to share these journeys and learn from one another. Thank you for spending this quiet moment with me, exploring these gentle ideas. Remember, the path to genuine connection often begins with the journey inward. Be kind to yourself as you walk it. You are learning and growing with every step. Sending you warmth on your journey. Until we meet again.